Good day, everyone. Welcome back to Fighters Trading Channel, and we are back again with another weekly flows video. And what we do in our weekly flows is we look at the past to determine how we're going to trade in the future, starting with our higher time frames and working our way down to the 4-hour. So today we're going to be analyzing Nas100, US30, and gold. So without further ado, let's hop into it. So starting with Nas100, we are looking at the weekly time frame, and we can see that April closed with a strong bullish pin bar, and May currently has a bit of a bullish body as it makes its way to the upside. Whether this is a sustained move or not, we are not sure, but based on the indicators, price is trading above the 50 SMA after a very deep retracement towards it, and we are trading in the bullish zone of the RSI on the monthly. So very strong bullish confluences coming out of the monthly time frame, which indicates that price could potentially continue moving to the upside. Going down into the weekly, we can see that price broke below the 50 SMA and is trading currently within the sweet spot after tapping the overextended range on the RSI. Price found support at 17,300 and has been making bullish strides ever since, but has yet to completely fill the retracement that was created within that month from Feb to the beginning of April. So from what I can observe, the bulls are definitely in control in the medium term. We are looking to trade to the upside, but however, we need to be cautious as price trading below the 50 SMA, currently within the sweet spot. There could be a strong turnaround here. Where could the potential turnaround be? Well, we could already see it potentially playing out here at 20,000. As price hits that 20,000 level, you could see a turnaround. But for the most part, because price is still showing bullish confluences, we are going to continue trading with the bulls until we see a bearish sign stepping in on the daily. So per the daily time frame, price has just broken above the 50 SMA, and we are currently entered the bullish region of the RSI. On the daily, we can see a lot more bullish structure in terms of higher lows and higher highs. However, due to the tariff announcements and how the markets have been from a fundamental perspective of recent, it is very hard to predict the medium term as well as the short-term movement based upon the price action structure that we currently see. We see a lot of levels that were created that have been broken. We see a lot of gaps in the markets. These gaps have been filled, but nonetheless, we see a lot of movement happening outside the standard operating hours of the market. As it stands, I will continue to look for longs because I'm seeing a lot of bullish structure in the market. However, I'm trading cautiously as we get to this 20,340 level, as this was the previous lower high created during the bearish trend on the daily. So there will definitely be sellers there. We will definitely get a reaction, but based upon how that reaction holds and how it holds up against the current bullish trend that we are in, will also determine how I potentially trade it for the week ahead. So at the moment, I will continue to look for longs. On the 4-hour, we can see that the longs are definitely a lot stronger. Why is that? Well, we can see a lot of higher low structured, followed by respective higher highs. I'm just going to delete a few trends here. Bang, bang, bang. Okay. Price is trading above the 50 SMA, and we are in the bullish region of the RSI. So we have 3 bullish confluences here. So bulls definitely in control. But like I mentioned, from the 1-hour time frame, from the daily time frame, the 20,330 level is an important daily level, and for that reason, I will trade cautiously as price reaches there. We could potentially see a turnaround, a retest of the 50 SMA as well as the trend line within the sweet spot region of the RSI. And if I get a signal off there, I will continue to make longs to the upside. So at the moment, I am long on Nas100, however, trading cautiously as we approach the 20,330 level. On US30, starting on the monthly time frame, we can very much see similar structure. We created a bullish pin bar with a bit of a bearish body here, testing the 50 SMA and just about tapping into that sweet spot region of the RSI. So we have one bullish confluence with the RSI, we have one with the 50 SMA, and not to mention the structure coming out of the monthly time frame, which is very much bullish with higher lows followed by higher highs. Coming to the weekly, we are below the 50 SMA still, and we are in that sweet spot region of the RSI where we could potentially see a turnaround in price. Now, price did find support at the 37,975 level. Let's just call it 38,000. And price did move strongly up with a bit of a retracement there. However, we are at an inflection point where price could see downside movements or it could continue to the upside. I like to trade with the trend, and as the trend currently stands, it is very much bullish. As we can see, higher low structures followed by higher high, not to mention the many bullish daily candles coming out of this. I am cautious to the fact that price is currently below the 50 SMA on the daily, but we are breaking above the sweet spot to the bullish side of the RSI, which is interesting. So I will continue to look for longs here as long as I can. However, my reaction point would be here at the 42,600 level, which is the last lower high point created on the bearish trend starting in Feb. I am also cautious at 40,800, but it appears price has broken above this level and has closed cleanly above it. So I do think we have further potential to the upside towards that 42,600 level. So I'm definitely going long with US30. Upon further inspection of the 4-hour time frame, we can see price trading above the 50 SMA, and we're very much in the bullish region of the RSI with clean bullish structure with higher lows followed by respective higher highs. Price is trading within a trend line, and I would expect to see further upside potential to that 42,600 level. So definitely going long with US30 to 42,600, where I will then reevaluate the long-term perspective of this market. Taking a look at gold from a monthly time frame, we can see that April closed with a bit of, well, it closed with a bullish candle, but there was a lot of wick rejection to the upside, wick rejection to the downside, so it may be a bit of indecision point. Currently, during this month, we have a bit of a bearish candle at play, but for the most part, we are trading comfortably above the 50 SMA, and we are in the overextended regions of the RSI. So trading so far above the 50 SMA and overextended regions of the RSI, it is definitely clear that the gold market is very much overextended and it is due for some type of correction. However, we trade what we see, and what we can see right now is that the bullish trend is still very much intact and we are still awaiting that potential retracement. We could see in the months coming the curve of the trend becoming a lot steeper if the gold market continues moving higher at the rate that it's moving higher. On the weekly time frame, we can see we are still very much bullish here. We are also overextended as we are far removed from the 50 SMA. The RSI signal also indicates overextension. However, on this particular weekly time frame, we can see that the bears have kicked in this previous week after bearish spinning top, and we have the formation of a potential evening star. And what this means for me is that this is a bearish signal and we could be seeing further gold downside in the short term. Now, how valid is this? I'm not sure, but if I go into the daily, I would definitely see more bearish confluences at play. So on the daily time frame, I'm just going to delete a few things here just so we don't get confused. On the daily time frame, we are still bullish because price is trading above the 50 SMA, but we are on the sweet spot of the RSI, and it could mean that we could see a turnaround here. Turnaround because it's a break and retest point. Could see a testing of 3150 before moving up, but we could also see the turnaround here at 3220. So It'll be interesting to see how this market plays out. I'm still bullish on the daily, clearly, but we are in a bit of a retracement here. And based on this retracement, we could be seeing a turnaround soon. On the 4-hour chart, we are trading below the 50 SMA, and we are in the bullish region of the RSI with bearish lower highs and lower lows at play. So how would I be looking to trade this? Well, currently shorts are at play. I would like to continue taking shorts, but I understand that from the daily time frame, the retracement is very much coming to its completion. And because of this, I wouldn't be comfortable taking further shorts, as I would expect the bulls to kick in at some point here. So what I'll be looking at on the 4-hour chart is definitely a bullish engulfing candle. I'm not comfortable trading shorts at the moment because of the massive bullish nature of this market. However, seeing the trend as it is, if I continue to see price coming back, testing within the 50, 45, 55 RSI region as it has here and continuing to the downside, then I would start to reevaluate continuing to take shorts all the way down to 2975 and then reevaluating the medium-term trend from that position. But as it stands on the 4-hour, market directionality is bearish. Per the daily, it is in a retracement. So it's still bullish, but it's in a retracement. So I would just say trade with a bit of a safety net here, just so you don't get caught on the wrong side of the turnaround. But if you would like to trade shorts, I would suggest scalping shorts and looking for more of a swing trade / intraday trade to the upside once the signal is given on the 4-hour chart. So that is the analysis of the major pairs. We got some time. Let's just have a quick look at the news. So taking a look at the news for the week ahead, what we can observe is we have some USD news tomorrow at 4 p.m. on Monday. We have some USD news on the 7th of May at around 8 p.m., 8:30 with the FOMC statement and press conference. We have some pound news and USD news on Thursday, the 8th, and then on Friday, no real USD news, but we have CAD and pound news. So I would say most of the week ahead is technical trading, but we do have some fundamental news releases that we have to be cautious of on Wednesday and Thursday. So I hope you enjoyed that analysis. Please like and subscribe if you did. And if you have any suggestions of what you'd like to see further, just let me know. As always, this is just my personal opinions on what's happening in the markets. And this is not financial advice. Please be sure to do your own research before investing. And with that, I will catch you in the next video. Cheers, guys.